All right, guys, so we are going to start our 2020 off with a bang. Today marks the start of our next Sync 60 challenge, and it will be exclusively happening only inside of Sync Academy. If you participated with us last year, you know how powerful and impactful the Sync 60 challenge was for your career. Most producers that participated either accomplished their 60-day goal and either got an album completed, improved their mixing or mastering skills, or maybe just learned their DAW or plugins, their software just a little bit more. No goal is too small. There are certainly some goals that are a little bit too ambitious. There's only so much you can get done in 60 days. But if you are one of those producers like I was 10 years ago that really needed to just zero out all other distractions and focus on one particular project. And for a lot of you, I know that that is completing that first album to be able to submit to a library. Well, Sync 60 is your solution to that, okay? We as a group in Sync Academy will be holding each other accountable and setting our own individual goals and also mapping them out week by week inside of Sync Academy. You have our own little mini course within it, okay? And so the whole point of this is to basically know that you are not alone when you want to set up this next 60-day challenge for yourself. I know that a lot of times this industry is very isolating and lonely, and especially when you're trying to do something very ambitious like create an entire album, when you're not really sure if it's going to be accepted by a library. I remember that fear all those years ago and not really wanting to do it because it's just to dedicate, a full 60 days to this challenge. Is it even going to have a home when I'm done with it? I know that there's a lot of fear and anxiety about going through something like that. But with this community challenge that we all go through together in Sync Academy, you're completely surrounded by other hardworking, dedicated, talented producers that have the same drive and ambition and desire to achieve their goals that you do, okay? So when you participate with us, when you join us in Sync Academy and get on board with the Sync 60 challenge, just know that you are certainly not going to be alone. And not only that, you're going to be able to interact with other members. You're going to be able to post your tracks for weekly reviews if you'd like to inside of the feedback corner group in Sync Academy. And of course, we're going to have our community progress chart that is going to be open for all Sync Academy members. And you're going to go in, put your name in, put all of your weekly goals, week 1 through week 8, and of course your last goal. And as each week progresses, you're going to log in and click yes, hopefully, that you achieved each individual goal. And then by the end of it, you're going to have your entire thing ready to go. And of course, every single week I have my weekly Sync 60 instructional videos, and each week talks on something, each very relevant and interesting and useful for this challenge. But basically all of the skill sets that essentially allow me and our other Sync Academy pros to do sync licensing full time. And believe it or not, it is this kind of a challenge that you're going to have to master if you want to even have a chance at getting to the point where this is your full-time income, because a lot of success in sync licensing is about creating a goal, planning that goal out, sticking with that goal, and most importantly, the most important part about succeeding is executing, is actually completing that goal that you set for yourself. So if you can stick with us in this 60-day challenge and get your album done, or improve your mixing or mastering, or just get to know your software a little bit better, whatever it is that you feel you really need to get better at or achieve, this is going to be step 1 for you. If you can do this and then rinse and repeat this exact process over and over again moving forward, you've got a really great shot at making this your full-time income. And a big part of what Sync 60 is all about is sticks and carrots, okay? So obviously for carrots, for sticks, we want to have some sort of a accountability, right? And that's what we do inside of the community. We're not going to bully or bash each other if you don't achieve your weekly goals. But if you sign up and you join us, you put your weekly goals in there, just know that the entire community can see who's flaking out, who's dropping off, who's not keeping up with their goals. And we can also see who's religiously logging in every single week, marking yes on that, okay? So that is going to be a little bit of our stick there to kind of set a goal, write it down, and also be a part of an accountability system where an entire community is going to be looking at each other's progress. So that's a really good incentive to just kind of kick your butt in gear and get you back into your studio and make sure you do achieve those weekly goals that you set for yourself. But of course, the main carrot is going to be that you actually achieve that goal. You get that album done. Your tracks sound way better at the end of it. Your workflow, your production flow, your knowledge of your software is going to be so much stronger at the end of just 60 days. It's not a long period of time, okay? But this Sync 60 challenge, I'm going to up the stakes a little bit and give you even an additional carrot. And that carrot will be massive box right here. This is, if you can see it, Komplete Kontrol S49. So this is the MIDI controller that works seamlessly with KONTAKT's plugins, okay? And not only do you get the MIDI controller, it's a 49 key plugin, obviously a MIDI controller, but you're also going to get KONTAKT Complete 11 Select. So you're actually going to get some plugins and some sounds to actually immediately start working with, okay? This is over 600 bucks for this MIDI controller. So this is not a cheap thing, and this can absolutely set you apart from many different producers because this allows you to modulate and mess with all the parameters of all the Native Instruments plugins. So it's a really powerful piece of hardware here that you plug into whatever DAW you're working with. It works with every DAW, and it will immediately improve and increase the sonic quality and the performance of your production. So I know a lot of you guys probably want something like this. This would certainly be very useful for you. And this is going to be available as a sort of prize to those members that obviously are in Sync Academy, but most importantly, mark yes on every single week's goal. I'm going to be logging in and obviously holding you accountable for that. And of course, most importantly, at the very end, you clicked yes that you've achieved your entire 60-day goal, okay? So if you've achieved all of that, you're going to enter into essentially a lottery, a contest where I'm going to randomly select from those members one lucky member that's going to get this shipped right to your house, okay? So I'm going to ship that out as soon as I find out who the lucky member is, okay? So this is just another little carrot I want to throw into the mix this time for the Sync 60 challenge, just to give you a little bit more motivation, boost, excitement, whatever you might need to kick your butt in gear and to actually get the job done. Whatever your goal is, whatever your weekly goals are, whatever your 60-day goal is, just to get it done. And again, there's no goal too small, okay? If it's literally just learning how to use a compressor and you feel like, you have very limited time, that's all you can really learn in the next 60 days, that can be your goal. You don't need to think that you have to conquer the entire industry. In fact, you're not going to be able to conquer the entire industry in 60 days, but whatever you feel you can realistically get done, and that's what we cover in the first week's video actually of the Sync 60 challenge, you need to be realistic about what you can really do. But the worst thing you can do is not do anything, right? If 2019 did not get you forward, did not push you forward, propel you in a new direction, in a more productive direction in your sync licensing career, I just implore you, I beg you, don't let 2020 be a repeat of that, okay? And you can start your year off very strong right now with us and get those tools and get that sort of structure and that community to help hold you accountable to make sure that 2020, you're actually going to see realistic steps forward, real actionable things that you can do to put yourself on a path closer to full-time income. That dreamland of doing this full-time and having full-time income and getting those royalties come in, that doesn't come unless we can do this kind of stuff, unless we can achieve small, bite-sized goals and achieve them and execute them on them, and obviously rinse and repeat that process over and over again, because that's what this industry is. Goals, deadlines, goals, deadlines. That's what we're going to be doing all throughout our careers here in this industry. So I encourage you guys to join us. Hopefully maybe you could win this massive box here. There you go. I always go the wrong way with my monitor there. But anyways, that might be yours coming soon. So you need to join us in Sync Academy, and you need to join us today so you can get started and start being held accountable for your 60-day challenge. I can't wait to hear and see and read all of your challenges and to obviously keep track of the progress as we go through the next 60 days. I know we're going to have some incredible results and some incredible stories. And one of you is going to be shipped this awesome KONTAKT S49 MIDI controller right to your home in basically 2 months. So I wish you guys all the best of luck, and please do join us. Can't wait to see you in Sync Academy.